In today's Warthunder video, we're going to be looking at the KV-7, which is going to be the Dreams Come True event for the next event vehicle for Warthunder. Now, the thing about the Dreams Come True event, and this is what I'm going to answer right now because I get asked this a ton, is this vehicle worth it? The Dreams Come True events, I would always say, is worth it just because to get this vehicle after this event is done is pretty much impossible. Think of the Storm Tiger, think of the Tog 2. Both of those vehicles, if they've came back to the game, they've either been in some sort of loot box or they've been extremely hard to obtain when they're in the game. And they're also not on the market. So if you ever want to get the KV-7 in the future, just remember that you probably will never be able to get it again. So definitely I recommend doing it. And now let's get on to the video. So the KV-7 is a vehicle that is pretty interesting because it has 3 cannons instead of the normal like 1 or 2 that you would normally see. Now, so far from my testing, you're not able to individually fire the 45s. Maybe it's a keybind that I'm missing, but it's your secondary fire key. Every time you hit your secondary fire, both of these cannons fire at the same time, and then you can fire the 76 by itself. The thing about the KV-7 though, and it was something that I was very much worried about, is the armor profile of this tank is quite poor. So if you look at this tank, you have this like welded on piece right here that gives you some extra armor right there. The problem with it is it's very much like the Jagdtiger or vehicles like the Ferdinand, of where it's extremely flat. Like if we look at it from this angle, I mean, there's a slight angle on it, right? But it's extremely flat for what it is. So whenever you're fighting vehicles, like for example, if you go to America and you take out, let's just say the T-55E1, which is only 0.3 of the battle rating above you, it can just pin this. Like it has no trouble even at 500 meters of just going through the turret sides of this tank. So that's going to be quite a problem with it. If the 76 can do it, the 75 from the Germans can as well. And even the wonderful M61 shot right here, it still can pin a lot of different areas. Like if you look at it right, if you look right here, you can pin where it's not welded, where they kind of like just forgot the armor, I guess. Also on this side, you can do pretty much the exact same thing. You can go for the typical KV weak spot in this area right there, which is the driver's hatch. So it's honestly, in my opinion, a vehicle that is like not worthy of 4.0. I would personally love to see us sing it like 3.7. I think 3.7 would be a more proper battle rating for this thing. Just because, think of it in this way too. You have this vehicle, or you could have like a KV-1E, or you could have like a KV-1B, which is also battle rating 4.0, and it's very hard to actually take those guys out. But yeah, basically this vehicle is just a tank destroyer, but you have 3 cannons, which makes it quite unique for the game itself. So now let's get on to the test drive. It's going to be pretty interesting, I do have to say. Now in this game, I've taken out a realistic combat load of where we have 26 76 movement rounds, and we also have 60 45s. Because of the 45s are smaller, you might spam them off a ton, and you just might need a lot more of them. But as you can see right there, the ammo profile, the fuel tanks right there, mostly will eat up the shots. You don't have an insane ammo rack in the turret itself, but still all your crew is very compact, so they'll probably die. But you're going to see the cannons fire. Here you go. This is the 45s. Both of them fired at the same time. Then you can fire the one in the center, which is the 76. It's a really cool little vehicle. I mean, is it going to be as good as like a KV? Not really. It's still going to be incredibly fun whenever you can double tap somebody and then 2 45s come their way and they pin them and it kills them. It's going to be pretty interesting. You can also reload bait people. Like, let's just say you shot at that dude, then you can shoot him with the 76 and you can get a kill on them. It's going to be really fun for doing that with. Also, a cool thing that this vehicle has right here is the whole machine gun actually works. So if you aim it, you can actually shoot with it. So the 1 or 2 people who were wishing for more whole machine guns within Warthunder, there you go, you have another one. Another problem I've kind of noticed with this vehicle is that the traverse of the like little pseudo turret that we have, the casemate like tank destroyed turret, is pretty slow. I mean, like, that's as much as you can go back and forward with it. I mean, look how long it kind of takes it just to get to its maximum, and then you don't really have that much. So if someone's over here, you have to turn your whole tank again, which kind of sucks for it. But yeah, it's a vehicle that I would say is going to be pretty fun to play. I don't particularly think it's going to be a vehicle that I put into my lineups all the time for 4.0. I mean, like, it'd be in the lineup, right? But I don't feel like it's going to be a vehicle that I take over the KV-1E or a KV-1B if I'm playing in that 4.0 battle rating bracket. But it's going to be pretty fun. I do think the 3-barrel design is pretty unique and interesting. But also, I can also see it for a lot of people being a vehicle that they're really just not interested in. But since it's a Dream Comes True event, like I said at the start of this video, I highly recommend you just doing this event, because let's just say in the future you want to show off your friends, or you just want to show that you have a cool, unique vehicle, you can have it, and you won't have pretty much another opportunity ever again to get this vehicle, which I always think is pretty sad. But yeah, this is the KV-7. It is a vehicle that is coming in for the Dreams Come True event, which will be starting very soon. And hopefully all you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next Warthunder video.